Yep. So it says, man, the description is man hears sounds from Crawlspace and finds something disturbing. Mr. Nightmare, in this slightly different video style, we listen to a user-submitted story, including video evidence, in which a young homeowner hears noises coming from his Crawlspace. So he goes to investigate and finds something horrifying.
Okay, all right, this sounds pretty dark.
All right.
Yeah, this is going to be our first experience with the YouTube channel, Mr. Nightmare. And yeah, I mean, if we like it, maybe we'll continue with it. But if you guys are new around here, please consider liking and subscribing. And what do you say we just we get right on into it?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's get spooky.
Let's get spooky.
This video is going to be a little different.
Could be a
from
wild
my others,
animal.
and that I'm going to focus on one story instead of
Hopefully
three.
not a homeless person.
Now to begin, everyone knows what a crawl space is, whether you have one or you don't. An unoccupied narrow space within a home between the ground and the first floor, usually in place of a basement and used for storage. Usually the scariest things you'd find in a crawl space would be rodents or giant spider crickets jumping at you.
Or
But
asbestos.
Jake Singer found something much more disturbing than any creepy creatures in his crawl space.
Ugh, I hate
In
spiders,
a nice
but I
area
won't
of
kill them.
Firestone, Colorado, Jake owns his own house where his girlfriend lives with him. Jake had met his girlfriend, who remains nameless, at a comedy club in town, and the two hit it off and would eventually start to date. At some point during this time, she opened up to him about her old abusive ex. She described her ex as a ticking time bomb, how he could at times be very sweet, and that she loved his
Don't
more
tell me it's
gentle
him.
side, but that he could
You think it's the guy from the last video?
No, it could be her. No, I'm saying
The
just
pastor? No.
no. I'm already just like wheels are spinning, and she's talking about her abusive ex.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hope to God it's not him hiding under the crawl
In the
space.
crawl space? Did you have a crawl space growing up? Or did you?
No, I had a basement.
I had a basement too.
We had a finished basement. It was a colonial, so the basement was finished.
Yeah, we had a
We
basement.
had an attic, but
Yeah.
I mean, you could stand up in it.
Let's not buy a house with a crawl space.
No, we want a
You
basement.
don't, yeah, you don't. There's nothing to put down there. Yeah.
And it's just a breeding ground for animals.
Right.
So forget that.
Now that we got that out of the way, let's get back to the video.
We want a finished basement.
switch to a completely different person just like a flick of a switch. And in this alternate personality of his, he was a very aggressive, scary man who would do things like fight bouncers at bars or punch holes in walls when angry, or even sometimes getting
Sounds
physical
like
with her, and he got angry rather easily. Things would become so rocky between the two that eventually she would end things with her ex, but he didn't take that news well. She feared that her ex was stalking her parents' house at late hours of the night because either she or her parents would hear sounds from the backyard, like the gate slamming shut or the backyard shed door closing. Her ex disabled all forms of social media after the breakup, and she became so concerned for her well-being that she decided to move in with her current boyfriend, Jake. Now you may be wondering, what does this have to do with anything? Well, on one regular night that Jake's girlfriend wasn't in the house with him, he was in his living room when he heard noises from in the crawl space. He moved from his living room to his kitchen and sat at the island for a while, continuing to listen and hearing strange occasional thumping sounds from directly below him. It was at this time that he started to record a video for his Snapchat story, assuming what he was hearing was an animal of some kind, such as a raccoon.
Which it normally would be.
Oh, this is the found footage. The footage.
You can hear.
Put that dime in your pocket, dude. Oh, that's a ruckus. I don't remember exactly where in Colorado this was.
You going out?
He's going down there.
You scared?
I don't know. This is kind of creepy, man.
Get a flashlight. Or unless, yeah. Looks like pool steps. Right?
I almost don't want to watch.
Oh, bring it on. I'm not scared.
As he enters his crawl space, he stops recording for a second so that he could take another video with the flash on so that he could navigate the crawl space. The crawl space appears to be mostly empty aside from some boxes that were tucked into one corner. Jake says when he saw these boxes this way, he was confused because he didn't remember leaving them that way.
It's like they stacked them up. They could be living in that box.
Or just cleaning up. I'm kind of a little confused as to like the dimensions of this crawl space. The picture they showed us before looked like it was something you'd have to crawl on your stomach through.
Correct.
So I don't know if this guy can stand up, if he's like on his hands and knees, like how much like space is in there. I wish he'd show from the ceiling down. Because I'm feeling kind of claustrophobic just even watching this. If it's what it was.
Can you see the ceiling in this at all?
I'm just kind of seeing the ground. It looks like it's a small area for sure. But I don't know. Maybe it'll show us.
Right? Worried someone's in the bag or something. It's a lot of space down there.
Hunched over, you think? Yeah, you can see the ceiling there.
Yeah, so he's definitely. Told you.
As Jake walks deeper into the
telling
crawl
you.
space,
Holy
where
God.
the left side expands further down, Jake says he heard a noise in one corner, like pebbles being scraped on the concrete floor. As he heard the noise, he turned to the corner, where he saw the terrifying sight of a hunched-over man dressed in all black. He was hiding in the corner behind a wall,
probably the
now
ex.
getting up and approaching Jake. Jake's scream sounded like a legitimate scream from somebody witnessing something as disturbing as an intruder hiding in their crawl space and then basically lunging at them. The video cuts out seconds later, as being that it was a Snapchat video. Once he let go of the record button, the video stopped. At this point, Jake explained that he ran back to the ladder of the crawl space, and as he climbed up, the man grabbed his foot and tried to pull him down. But Jake managed to kick his way out of the grip.
You murder that man. You murder that man.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, dude.
What happens next? I would put something so heavy on that crawl space and call the cops. Get to it.
He got in there some other way. He could get out the other way.
How do you know?
Because how would he get down there unless he got in through the house?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people usually put up fencing so that animals can't get so easily under there, but I don't know. Maybe they'll tell us in the story how he got in there.
Is Snapchat still a thing? Are people still snapping?
Yes, people are still snapping. We're too old for that crap.
Cheese and crackers.
There's no point to me when a video or when a picture deletes.
Why would he put this on a Snapchat? If I heard that kind of rufflage going down in my basement and I thought it was like legit an animal or something, I'd have like my flashlight on so I could see and like a weapon or something. Or something to contain the animal. This guy's going down there trying to film a Snapchat.
That just deletes.
It just deletes.
You can't say. I mean, I think you can save them, but you have to like go and do a bunch of stuff. He would have had no time.
This is the kind of asshole that would go down there and do like one of those TikTok dance challenges.
Ooh, a nail gun would have been a good.
A nail gun. Oh my God, I shouldn't have.
I know, come on. Go.
Sorry. I turned the volume up on that one. I should not have. It scared the crap out of me.
And slammed the crawl space door in his face. Unfortunately, the door to the closet, which contained the crawl space door, didn't have a lock. So Jake's first instinct was to run to the kitchen and grab the biggest knife, then lock himself inside the bathroom.
What?
He heard the closet door open, and then footsteps come over to the bathroom door, and then the man on the other side of the door try the doorknob. Not knowing what kind of weapons the person might have had, Jake didn't engage the intruder in a fight. Instead, he silently called 911 and kept the line going, and eventually, he heard footsteps quickly leave the house out the front door. Now Jake told the 911 operator about the break-in, and so police came to the house, conducted a quick investigation, and a police report was created for the incident. Jake's girlfriend refused to come to the house after hearing of the incident, because she swore left and right that the man had to be her ex. It's impossible to make out any notable facial features on the man in the video. Jake says he saw that the man was wearing a black mask and his head was covered by a hood, which you can kind of see in the video.
Yeah.
Jake also described the man to have a very tall-looking, intimidating stature, despite his hunched-over posture in the crawl space. Jake's girlfriend's ex was a very tall man, and upon watching the video, she swears it looks just like his body. Of course, this is just speculation on her part, and without solid evidence, legally they don't have much of a leg to stand on as far as pressing charges. In the video, though, loud thumping and hammering type sounds could be heard in the beginning.
Yeah.
And after investigating, Jake...
I don't even feel bad for Jake. Jake's a fucking idiot.
Right.
Like, If you heard those kind of noises coming from downstairs, like even if you don't think it's a person, like that's a large animal. That's something. That's a big raccoon. That's something. You know, it's not a Snapchat story. People and their goddamn social media.
Found that the intruder had ripped through some of the insulation of the crawl space and had been hammering at some of the wood in the ceiling of the crawl space, and also some of the pipes. It's unknown why he was doing this. It was also discovered that the key that the couple hides in one of their sheds outside was missing, which already revealed how the intruder got inside.
Okay, so
Might
he didn't get
insinuate
it from
that the
the
man
outside.
who broke in had his eyes on the house for a while. Jake changed the locks on the door that same day,
Cameras,
but his
you need
girlfriend has yet to
cameras.
return to that house, worried that it's now being stalked by her crazy ex-boyfriend. Jake has installed the Ring doorbell camera recently, and on several occasions, he's gotten a notification from his Alexa device that there's someone at his front door, but there's never anybody actually there. Not visibly, at least. While there isn't any solid evidence as to who the intruder was, it may be a strong possibility that it is in fact her ex-boyfriend. What started as a guy simply trying to get a funny Snapchat story of what he assumed to be a raccoon in his crawl space turned into something much more horrifying. The start of a nightmare, even. Jake said he would keep me updated on the matter, so if any new information comes up, I'd consider making a follow-up if you guys would be interested.
Hey,
No way Jake hasn't like wandered out into traffic by now. This guy's an idiot.
that's creepy.
No way. Oh my god, who does Snapchat? Oh my god, this
Yeah, I said, excuse me, it said they,
for the snap.
it makes it so much literally all I like about Snap is the filters. Other than that, I still don't even use it. I just feel like I'm too old.
I think anybody can use a Snapchat. There's like some older people that I work with that still use Snapchat.
I just don't really care to take the time to
To
Snap.
I miss MySpace. if this was
I miss AOL.
If this was, I miss AOL Instant Messenger. Like if
When
this,
you couldn't use the phone and the computer at the same time.
if this was like a couple years ago in the world of like, you know, AOL free discs.
For me either, ish.
If this was in the world of like, you know, AOL Instant Messenger and Snapchat and all that stuff to like agree, like the story would have ended with like the dude putting like a funny away message and going and checking him out down there and then like kicking his ass or something. Because he wants to get a cute little Snapchat. This is what happens to him. And he made me scream.
I did not scream. I told you guys.
Jake kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, never. I never use Snapchat. Never will. MySpace.
I want to. We could have went to his page. He would have had some cool background music on. We could have checked out his top 8.
Excuse
you know?
me.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this.
That was fun though. I like these scary.
This is a scary one. I think we got one more like short 8-minute one. We'll probably do that. But as far as Mr. Nightmare goes in this YouTube channel, yeah, man, he got me. He got me. The sound effects and everything, it got me. And I think I like him.
Yeah, I would never take a video of something like that. I wouldn't even think to like videotape it. I would be, like he said, have a flashlight, maybe a weapon, and I'd have like literally 911 punched into my phone, ready to hit send.
I mean, I would have assumed it was an animal down there. I would have assumed it was a raccoon or something like that. But like, so I would have like literally poked my head down and just kind of done a flashlight around and be like, is there an animal over there in the corner? And if I saw a dude, I would have locked the thing and it stood on top of it or something. And it just called 911. But
yeah, like I said, I would have put something super heavy on top of that.
People and their social media.
But again, it's hard, it's easier to say what you would do in a situation like that.
I wouldn't be trying to do a Snapchat challenge.
No, I wouldn't either.
Is there a Snapchat challenge?
No, I think you made that up.
I'm thinking like the ice bucket challenge. I don't know. I don't know social media. I don't like it. But yeah, that's Mr. Nightmare, the YouTube channel.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It definitely got me a couple times. One time. Good use of editing and sound effects.
Can't wait to see that picture of you.
I know that picture. Nobody clip that. Nobody clip that.
Clip that, please.
Clip that. Come on. All right. No, that never happened. Never happened. But if you enjoyed watching today's video, please consider liking and subscribing. And if you enjoy Mr. Nightmare, I'm going to be sure to link his channel down below as well. And we'll check out some more of his content moving forward. But thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you.
See you in the next one.